Mitt Romney says she should be arrested for it, but she hasn't been yet, so she joins us tonight. Tulsi Gabbard, thanks so much for coming on. So,
thank you, Tucker.
What would be your response to Mitt Romney?
Well, first of all, I think it's important to point out here that this is not a matter of disagreement or holding a dissenting view. This is about facts, and this is about the truth. So while Senator Romney and all these different talking heads in the mainstream media are regurgitating Hillary Clinton's slanderous talking points, the facts remain. Number one is they're accusing me of saying that somehow there are bioweapons labs in Ukraine. I've said no such thing at any point. I have said that there are biolabs in Ukraine that have received U.S. support that contain dangerous pathogens, that if those labs are breached, then we in the world are facing a potential future of pandemics, that this is a dangerous crisis that needs to be addressed immediately. These pathogens need to be destroyed. The second thing they're saying is they deny, even though there is a plethora of evidence that exists, they deny that these biolabs are even there, which is shocking to me that we've heard over and over. You played so many clips from people in the mainstream media saying these biolabs, these supposed biolabs, as though there's some fantasy, when over and over and over again, officials from our own government, Department of State, Department of Defense, and so on, are saying these biolabs in Ukraine have dangerous pathogens, and we're very concerned that they may be breached. That's the concern that I've continued to raise, because it is not left or right, Democrat or Republican. This is a serious safety and health and life concern for the American people and people around the world. And so the media is lying. They're not only lying about this. You saw headlines a couple of days ago, Tulsi Gabbard paid off by Russian agent. What the media is lying about is the fact that an American citizen gave my campaign a $59 contribution, coming from a woman I've never met, never talked to, don't know anything about. But somehow they feel justified in saying Tulsi Gabbard is being paid off. The danger in the media lying so blatantly to the American people, these so-called journalists who have a responsibility to the public, it poses a very direct threat to our democratic republic, because they continue to get away with it. They continue to parrot and propagate these lies, and they need to be held accountable. They need to be exposed.
And by the way, the U.S. government has said that there are bioweapons in Ukraine. They're Soviet-era bioweapons
over and over.
That we are going to destroy, that we haven't. So they've said that. We're just responding to what they have said. But I wonder if you just quickly assess the way that people are thinking is what scares me most. We can debate about what we believe the facts are, but if we're incapable of thinking rationally, if our first instinct is to denounce something we don't like as treasonous propaganda and call for a jail sentence, I mean, who's leading this country?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that facts exist, especially in this case. Facts exist, and the truth is the first casualty of war. Yeah. And so this is exactly what we are seeing here. People who have a very specific agenda, refusing to recognize the truth, refusing to have a conversation, and instead immediately resorting to their age-old tactic of silence, smear, and destroy the character and reputation of anyone who dares to say anything that they don't like.
Yeah, well, thank you for not being bowed. I mean, if you care about the country, you clearly do, you got to be honest and try your best to think about the wisest course forward, period, regardless of what they call you. Yeah. And I'm just grateful that you are doing that. Tulsi Gabbard, thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.
So the war in Ukraine is, of course, ongoing this hour, ferocious in parts, Russian forces advancing on the capital city. A live report from there is next.